Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who action figure custom video. This is the first for the channel, so we'll see how all of this goes. Today is the subject of the third Doctor. Now what you see before you may think, well hang on a sec, this is a figure that's been released. And you could sort of be on the right lines there. Many years ago, there was an exclusive release by Forbidden Planet of a third Doctor and Sea Devil. They came in a 2-pack together. Long story short, I never picked that up for various reasons, and luckily I did manage to pick up the other third Doctor, which came out roughly around the same time, and that one came with a Dalek from Death to the Daleks. Recently I've tried to track that 2-pack down, mainly for this variation of the third Doctor, because this is arguably like his most iconic costume that he wore during his 5 years on Doctor Who. And unfortunately, everywhere I've looked, the figure has gone for ridiculous prices. I'm not even talking about just the 2-pack on its own. I'm just talking about this figure being loose on eBay. I won't even tell you how much that it's been going for on eBay, but put it this way, I wasn't going to bid that much just for one figure just to have in my collection. So I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to take the plunge. I'm going to enter the world of customization, something that I've never embarked on ever before in all of my years of collecting all of these Doctor Who action figures. So with the help of my dad, in essence, I can say that I've now filled in the gap in my collection, sort of. Now what I did was I bought another figure of the third Doctor, or another variation, and it's off a figure that I already have, and that is the third Doctor as seen from the 11 Doctors set, which was released about nearly a year after the original version got released. And if you look at the base figure, I thought, well, this is a good base, and funnily enough, this figure is easier to get than this figure in terms of how much it costs, because what I did was go on Amazon, and usually it goes from around £15 to £20 loose. So I took the plunge, I bought another one of these guys, and this is him. So effectively what I've done is I've repainted the Carnival of Monsters Jon Pertwee, and I've tried my best, along with the help of my dad, to replicate what we saw with the figure release, which was based off the Sea Devils. Of course there are a few differences. I'm going to get this out of the way. First of all, he's wearing his boots. Now the actual figure is wearing the shoes. I'm not all too fussed, to be honest, because I kind of prefer the boots on these Jon Pertwee figures, because I just think they stand out more, and I just like the glossy finish that they've got at the bottom. So that I wasn't too bothered about. What I was really bothered about was just changing the colours of things like the shirt and the frills just above the wrists, because I had to change it from like this turquoisey colour to white. And if you look right really close and scrutinise it, then you can sort of see this, but to be honest with you, it was the best that we could do. And you know, I think for a first attempt at a repaint of an existing figure, I think it's worked very well. So I'd say that that was actually the hardest part of repainting this figure. The risks surprisingly were much easier than I thought they would be. The jacket, what we did was we did an undercoat of black first of all to paint over the green, which was the Carnival of Monsters colours, and then we painted blue, like a dark blue. And what we did was like keep little bits of black in there, because if you look on the actual figure, then you'll see that there's sort of like a wash of black here and there on the jacket of that figure. So I sort of wanted to replicate that with this customization. And I think if you just look at him from a distance, it really works very well. I am very, very pleased with the jacket. Also, I'm not going to remove the cloak for this because of fear of the paint flaking off. But if I just give you a closer look at the jacket inside, we went to the full effort of doing all of this. We didn't sculpt the handkerchief, which was like a white triangle on the original figure, because to be honest I always thought that was a bit naff, and you don't really see it anyway because of the cloak. And lastly, obviously we've repainted the cloak. We've painted the front and the collar piece black, just like how it is on the figure, and how the cloak appears in stories like the Sea Devils and a few of the stories from like season 7 of the classic series. And just have a look at the back. Look at that. Really, really pleased with how this turned out. I did most of the work on the cloak. My dad did more of the main body with the jacket and the shirt. I'd say that everything that we've repainted, we used 2 coats to pull it off. And the cloak looks really good, and it's just unbelievable like how different it looks just with a few coats of paints that we used. We used acrylic paints, by the way, and honestly this is like a step up in terms of detail, because I think we've saved like a lot of money just for the sake of getting a rare figure that's been missing from the shelves for many years. Of course you got things like the flaps here, which were orange on the Carnival of Monsters figure. You can see there's a little bit of paint just there that sort of flakes off, so I don't want to move it around too much. So yeah, I've just painted the inside of this red, because before it looked more orange, and it works so well. I'm not going to move him around too much either. I'm not going to try and articulate him. The legs I just kept the same because, well, his legs were sort of dark anyway on the Sea Devils figure. So there you have it. That is my first ever Doctor Who action figure custom. Looks really good on the shelf. If I just put on a Sea Devil, I'm not gonna try and do another Sea Devil and try to replicate the Sea Devil that came in that original set, because, well, all it is just a darker whisker paint, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with the original Wave 1 Sea Devil that I got back in 2008, so for the time being anyway, I'll be sticking with that. And then if we just compare him again to the Carnival of Monsters version, you can really see like how different it looks. And if you want me to be honest, even though that this is the first ever repaint that I've ever done, first ever custom figure that I've done without any resculpts or anything, just a simple repaint, I think, for the record, we've done an absolutely fantastic job just looking at the difference of these. They look like completely different figures, when in actual fact this is just another one of these. And it is now one of my favourite figures that I own in the collection. Probably my favourite Jon Pertwee that I have on the shelf. I think that it's that good, aside from the odd bits of paint that you can sort of see if you like really take a closer look. But there you go, that is a look at the custom I've made. If you've got any ideas of other Doctor Who action figures customs that I could possibly make in the future, then please leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this, because I think that it's quite easy to do, and I'd recommend trying to do this yourself if you've never managed to get this figure back in 2009 as part of the Sea Devils set. So take care guys, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Doctor Who reviews coming your way on this channel.